My name's Carlos, 42, a yacht skipper out of Key West, Florida, hauling rich folks around the Gulf in the summer of 2025. And I've just found sand in my boots that doesn't belong there. Fine, white like from a private beach I've never stepped on. My wife, Isabel, 38, cooks for the charters, works the galley below deck, her dark hair tied back, her hands quick with a knife, slicing fish or peeling limes, her apron smudged with oil. We've been married 9 years, live in a weathered bungalow off Duval Street, the paint peeling, the porch sagging, a faded flamingo statue missing a leg by the steps. I wake at dawn, the air sticky with salt, the fan rattling in our bedroom, and head to the marina where the sea whisper, a 50-foot sloop, bobs against the dock, its hull gleaming white, its deck scrubbed clean. I run the boat, check the rigging, plot the course while Isabel preps meals, conch fritters, shrimp tacos, mango salsa, her laugh floating up from below when clients tip her extra. The sun's brutal this time of year, baking the deck, turning the air thick, and I sweat through my shirt, my hands rough from ropes, my eyes squinting against the glare. Today's charter's a guy named Victor, mid-50s, owns the yacht, rents it out through an agency, but likes to tag along sometimes, a Miami real estate type with slick back hair, gold chain, linen shirt unbuttoned too far. He's loud, tips big, calls Isabel doll when she hands him a beer, and I don't think much of it. Clients flirt, she smiles, it's part of the gig. But this morning, I'm coiling lines on deck, and I see her lean close to him near the helm, her hand brushing his arm, her laugh sharper than usual, and there's sand in my boots since I didn't track in. I keep my mouth shut, finish the trip. 8 hours, Key Largo and back, the sea flat, the sky cloudless, the heat pressing down. Victor's got a tan leather bag he slings over his shoulder, and when he steps off, he winks at Isabel, says, "See you next time, doll," his voice oily. I drive us home in our beat-up Tacoma, the AC busted, the windows down, the wind hot, and she's quiet, staring out at the palms whipping by, her fingers tapping the armrest. Back at the bungalow, I kick off my boots, the sand spills out fine and white, not the coarse gray stuff from our usual docks. I ask her, "You been somewhere new?" She shrugs, says, "Just the boat." Her eyes on her phone, scrolling fast. I don't push it, but I notice her perfume stronger tonight. Jasmine, heavy, and there's a scratch on her neck, faint, like a fingernail's mark. I pour a rum from the bottle on the counter, the ice cracking in the glass, and sit on the porch, the flamingo staring at me with its chipped eye. The next charter's tomorrow, Victor again, and I'm starting to wonder. I don't sleep much, the fan buzzing, the humidity clinging, and by morning I got a plan. I grab a cheap camera from the tackle shop near the marina, small, battery-powered, the kind fishermen use for underwater shots, and tuck it in my bag. The sea's calling, but so's something else, and I'm not sure what I'll find when I look closer. The next day's humid, the sun a hammer, and Victor's back on the sea whisper, all grins and gold chain, his bag slung on the bench. I steer us out past the reefs, the water turquoise, the horizon endless, and Isabel's below, clanging pots, her voice mingling with the engine's hum. I wait till they're distracted, him sipping a mojito, her bringing up a plate of ceviche, and slip below deck, the air tight, the heat thicker. I wedge the camera behind a vent in the galley, lens peeking out, aimed at the narrow counter where she works. It's a hunch, nothing more, but the sand, the scratch, the laugh, they're piling up. I head back topside, the boat rocking gentle, the clients, Victor and 2 buddies, lounging with drinks, and I keep my hand steady on the wheel, my face blank, the day stretching long. We're 3 hours out when I catch it. Victor heads below, says he's grabbing a towel, stays gone 10 minutes, comes back with a smirk, his shirt wrinkled. Isabel follows a minute later, her apron off, her hair loose, her cheeks flushed like she's been over the stove too long. I don't say a word, just nod when she hands me a water, her fingers brushing mine warm. The trip ends at dusk, the sky orange, the dock quiet, and Victor tips her a 50, his hand lingering on hers. I drive us home, the Tacoma rattling, the silence thick, and she says she's tired, goes straight to bed. I wait till she's out, the fan whirring, then pull the camera's memory card, plug it into my laptop, an old Dell with a cracked screen, and hit play. The footage is grainy, the sound muffled, but there they are, Victor leaning close, Isabel giggling, her hand on his chest, his lips near her ear, whispers I can't make out, the heat of the galley pressing in. It's not proof, not yet, but it's enough to keep me up, the rum bottle half empty, the flamingo watching, the next charter looming. That night, I barely sleep, the laptop glowing in the dark, the footage looping, Victor's hand sliding down her arm, Isabel's laugh, soft, too soft, the kind she hasn't given me in years. It's July 15th, 2025, Key West is a furnace, the air heavy with salt and diesel from the marina, and I'm back on the Sea Whisper by 6, the sky pink, the deck still damp from dawn. Victor's booked another run. 4 days this time, out to the dry Tortugas, a big payday, 10 grand plus tips, and I need the cash, the bungalow's roof leaks, the Tacoma's on its last legs. I've got 2 cameras now, the second one tucked in my pocket, and I'm not guessing anymore. I'm hunting. Isabel's in the galley, humming, her knife flashing through onions, her apron tied tight, and Victor's late, rolls up at 7 with a duffel, shades on, gold chain glinting. Rough night? He asks, clapping my shoulder, and I grunt, something like that. My eyes on the horizon, my hands on the wheel. We shove off, the sea flat, the sun climbing, and I plant the second camera in the forward cabin, Victor's spot, hidden under a shelf, lens aimed at the bunk. It's tight down there, the walls wood-paneled, the air stale, the heat trapped, and I've seen Isabel ducking before, checking supplies, she says. The clients, Victor, his buddies, a couple from Tampa, sprawl on deck, beers open, music thumping, and I keep us steady, the boat slicing water, the spray cool on my face. Isabel brings up trays, grilled snapper, pineapple skewers, her hips swaying as she climbs the ladder, and Victor watches, his shades low, his grin wide. I don't flinch, just log the hours, the miles, the fuel, my mind on the cameras, the sand, the scratch I saw last week, now faded but still there. Day 1 smooth. We anchor off Garden Key, the fort a dark smudge against the blue, and they swim, drink, laugh, the sun dipping low. I stay topside, sipping water, the heat pressing my shirt to my back, and Victor calls Isabel over, "Doll, you swim?" She shakes her head, smiles, "Too hot," and he laughs, dives in, his splash loud. She lingers near me, her arm brushing mine, and says, "You okay?" I nod, "Fine," my voice flat, my eyes on the sea. Night falls, the stars sharp, the boat rocking, and I hear them below. Victor's voice low, Isabel's giggle, faint through the deck. I don't move, just wait, the camera's rolling, the plan ticking over. Day 2, we're underway again, the heat worse, the air like steam, and I catch Victor heading below mid-morning. Isabel following, "Forgot the limes," she says, her apron still on. They're gone 15 minutes, come up separate, him wiping his mouth, her fixing her hair. I checked the galley cam that night, anchored off Loggerhead Key, the clients asleep, the boat quiet. The footage shows it clear. Victor pinning her against the counter, her hands on his shoulders, whispers, a kiss, her skirt hiked up, the heat of the cabin thick, the engines hum drowning their sounds. The cabin cam's next, and it's worse. Victor on the bunk, Isabel straddling him, her shirt half off, Jimido's soft but real, the shadows shifting. I save it all, my hand steady, my rum untouched, and plan the next step. The charter halfway done, the revenge half formed. Day 3's a blur, sea, sun, sweat, and I'm counting hours till we're back. Victor's cocky now, touches her arm in front of me, and she doesn't pull away. I keep silent, my face a mask, and when we dock tomorrow, I'll have it all. Proof, power, and a way to turn their whispers against them. The boat rocks gentle under me, the night black, the camera's still running, and I'm ready for what's coming, the heat of Key West fading into the dark. We dock back in Key West on day 4, July 18th, 2025, the sun a brutal disk overhead, the marina buzzing with boats, the air thick with fish and fuel. I've got the footage, 2 cameras, hours of it. Victor and Isabel tangled in the galley, the cabin, their whispers and gemidos burned into the memory cards. My hands are steady as I tie off the Sea Whisper, the ropes rough against my palms, my shirt soaked, my boots gritty with that fine white sand again. Victor's off first, duffel slung over his shoulder, tipping Isabel 100 this time, his hand on her wrist, his see you soon doll loud enough for me to hear. She pockets it, smiles, and heads to the Tacoma, her hair loose, her apron stuffed in her bag. I nod to the clients, grunt a goodbye, and haul my gear home, the cameras hidden in my duffel, the plans solidifying. At the bungalow, Isabel showers, the water hissing through the pipes, and I sit at the kitchen table, the laptop open, the footage copied, backed up raw. She comes out in a towel, her skin damp, her jasmine perfume sharp, and says, "Good trip?" I shrug, same as always, my voice flat, my eyes on the screen. She doesn't ask more, just grabs a beer, sits on the porch, the flamingo staring at nothing. I spend the night editing, clipping the clearest bits, Victor's hands on her hips, her skirt sliding up, her laugh turning to a moan, the heat of the cabin pressing in. It's not art, it's evidence, and I've got a charter party next week. Victor's hosting a dozen guests, a big show-off bash on the Sea Whisper. That's where it'll happen, where their shadows turn loud. The week drags, the heat relentless, the bungalow stifling. And I keep busy, scrub the deck, check the sails, buy a cheap projector from a pawn shop off Truman Avenue, small enough to hide in my gear. Isabel's normal, cooks dinner. Arroz con pollo, the rice sticky, the chicken spiced, chats about the neighbors, avoids my eyes. I don't push, don't hint, just wait, the footage ready, the projector tested. July 24th rolls in, the party day, and we're back at the marina, the Sea Whisper strung with lights, the guests piling on, Miami suits, tanned wives, loud laughs, cold beers. Victor's king of all, gold chain gleaming, linen shirt crisp, and Isabel's in the galley, apron on, slicing limes, her knife steady. I'm on deck, rigging the wheel, my duffel stashed below, the projector tucked inside, wire to my laptop, the memory cards loaded. The party kicks off at dusk, the sky purple, the sea glass flat, and we're 2 miles out, the music thumping, salsa, reggaeton, the guests dancing, drinking, the boat swaying. Victor's loud, toasting everyone, his arm around Isabel when she brings up a tray, her smile tight. I wait till they're distracted, slip below, set the projector on a shelf in the main cabin, angle it at the white bulkhead by the stairs, the screen big enough for all to see. I plug it in, the hum faint under the music, and cue the footage. 5 minutes, the best cut sound on. It's risky, it's messy, but it's mine, and I'm done steering blind. I head back up, the party in full swing, the heat sticky, the rum flowing, and Victor calls me over, "Carlos, lighten up, man." I nod, sip of water, and wait, the night young, the trap set. An hour in, the guests are loose, the deck crowded, and I excuse myself, checking the engine, my voice calm. I duck below, hit play, and climb back up, the projector whirring soft. The bulkhead lights up, Victor and Isabel, grainy but clear, her skirt up, his hands roaming, her gemidos cutting through the salsa beat. Heads turn, gasps ripple. The music falters, and Victor's laugh dies, his face pale under the tan. Isabel freezes, tray in hand, limes rolling, her eyes wide. I lean on the rail, my rum untouched, the sea black around us, the party unraveling, the shadows I caught now screaming loud. The footage loops, Victor's hands on Isabel, her whispers sharp, the cabin's heat pouring out, and the party's a wreck, guests staring, some laughing, others muttering, the salsa drowned by her gemidos echoing off the bulkhead. It's July 24th, 2025, Key West waters dark beyond the Sea Whisper, the air thick, the lights flickering, and Victor shouting, "Turn it off! Carlos, you bastard!" His voice cracking, his gold chain swinging as he lunges for the stairs. Isabel's behind him, her apron gone, her face red, yelling, "What the hell is this?" Her tray on the deck, limes scattered. I don't move, just sip my water, the glass cool, my boots planted, the boat rocking steady. "You tell me," I say low, my eyes on hers, and she stops, her hands shaking, the crowd parting around us. Victor barrels below, finds a projector, yanks the cord, the bulkhead goes dark, but it's too late. Phones are out, clips already snapped, the damage done. He storms back up, face twisted. You're fired, you hear me? Done. I shrug. Your boat, your call. My voice flat, my duffel still stashed, the camera's mine to keep. The guests murmur. Some slip away to the bow. Others stare, and Isabel's quiet now, her arms crossed, her hair falling loose. I steer us back, the engine humming, the night heavy, the marina lights creeping closer, and no one speaks, the party dead, the rum warm in abandoned glasses. We dock at 10, the crowd thins fast, Victor muttering threats, Isabel grabbing her bag, and I untie the line slow, the sand in my boots crunching, the flamingo waiting at home. Back at the bungalow, she's there, pacing the porch, the fan rattling inside, the air stale. Why? She asks, her voice small, her towel from earlier on the floor. Sand, I say, pointing at my boots, and scratches. She sits, says nothing, her beer untouched, and I pour a rum, the ice gone, the bottle low. I don't ask about Victor, don't need to. The footage said it all, and now it's out, spreading, their whispers public. I sleep on the couch, the cushions sagging, the heat pressing, and wake to her gone, a note on the table, needs space. The bungalow's mine for now, the roof still leaks, the Tacoma still runs, and I've got no charter tomorrow, just time, the camera's in my duffel, the rum bottle empty. Next day's quiet, July 25th, the sun up early, the marina buzzing, and I hear it, dockhands talking, Victor's name, Isabel's, the videos hit the bars, the yacht club, the gossip hot. I walk to the sea, whisper, check the gear, the projector's gone, but my cameras stay with me, the footage backed up. I'm out of a job, sure, but the agency calls, offers a gig on another boat. Victor's a prick, they say, and I'm good with a wheel. I take it, a smaller sloop, less pay, but steady, and move my stuff to a rented room off Simon Street. The bungalow too big now, the flamingo alone. Isabel texts once, sorry, no more, and I don't reply. The sand swept off the porch, the scratch on her neck a memory. A week later, Victor's party's old news, but the clips linger, and I'm on a new boat, the Gulf breeze, hauling tourists, the sea flat, the sun fierce. I got a third camera now, just in case, tucked in my bag, and I'm watching closer, clients, crew, the shadows they cast. The heat's the same, the whispers quieter, but I'm ready, the revenge done, the next step unclear, the horizon wide open. I'm on the Gulf breeze now, July 31st, 2025, Key West simmering, the sea a mirror, the sun relentless, and I'm steering again, my hands rough, my boots clean as sand for once. The new gig's simple. Day trips, no overnights, no Victor, no Isabel, just sunburned tourists snapping pics of pelicans, the breeze cutting the heat. My room off Simonton Small, a cot, a sink, a fan that hums like the one back home, and I've left the bungalow behind, the flamingo still standing, the porch empty. Isabel's gone silent, no texts, no calls, and I hear she's crashing with a cousin in Miami, maybe with Victor, maybe not. Doesn't matter, the footage did its job, their shadows exposed, my hands free. The marina's alive today, boats rocking, gulls screaming, and I'm prepping the sloop, checking lines, filling coolers, my duffel stashed below with the cameras, 3 now, all charged, all waiting. The agency likes me, steady, quiet, no drama, and I keep it that way, my voice low, my eyes sharp. A client asks, you the guy from that video? His grin wide, his beer sweating, and I shrug, just a skipper, my tone dead, my hands on the wheel. They laugh, drop it, and we're off, the sea smooth, the heat pressing, the day routine. But I'm listening, whispers on deck, laughs too, close, the way a wife leans into a stranger, and I wonder, always wonder, what's hiding in the tight spaces below. Midday, we're off Hawk Channel, the water green, the sun a torch, and I catch a whiff, jasmine, faint from a woman in a sundress, her husband snoring beside her. It's not Isabel, but it's enough, and I check the cabin later, the camera's still there, untouched, its lens dark. No sand, no scratches, just heat, and I leave it, the footage blank for now. Back at the dock, the tips are light, the day's done, and I walk to Simonton, the streets loud, the bars spilling noise. My room's waiting, the fan spinning, the rum bottle new, and I pour a glass, the ice cracking, the night settling in. A week stretches, then two. August rolls hot, and I'm steady on the Gulf breeze. The rhythm familiar. Sea, sun, silence. The video's faded. A bar story now. And Victor's name pops less. Isabel's too. But I hear he's selling the Sea Whisper. The party is stain he can't scrub. I don't care. Don't check. Just steer. The horizon flat. The heat constant. One night, late, the bar's humming below my window. And I play the old footage. Victor's smirk. Isabel's gemidos. The cabin shadows. Then delete it. The laptop screen blank. The rum warm in my hand. It's over, their whisper's gone, but I keep the cameras. The third one new, its lens clean, and I'm watching, always watching. August 15th, a storm's brewing, the sky gray, the sea choppy, and I'm on the sloop, the tourists nervous, the waves slapping hard. I hold the wheel, the rain starting, the wind sharp, and I think of the sand, the scratch, the heat that started it all. The cameras stay dry in my bag. The day ends rough, and I'm back at Simonton, the fan louder, the rum low. Something's out there, another shadow, another whisper, and I'm ready, the sea endless, the revenge quiet, the next charter calling.